Hello everybody, Brian here again from quantlabs.net. Today is Tuesday, May 5th, 6:51 my time, Eastern Standard. I'm going to go over some queries that I got from a customer pertaining to the email I sent out and video. First look at new client server crypto trading bot. So I do these so people can know what I'm doing. All right, so looking at this is what we got. And so first he says he'll be watching my video to follow up, base it on that. So here's what he says. Please understand I'm not trading with your bots yet, so I have a handle on the minor details of your bots. Understood? I like the idea of how being able to turn on and off certain strategies, but you said it's up to us to decide the market conditions tight or not. My recommendation on how you can tell us when the conditions are tight or not, and tell us what is the different state of the market so we know when to turn off and on certain strategies. As I said, in my database, I've got this metric that would determine that based upon here, the weighted average, again, of these big four, Ethereum, Bitcoin Classic, Litecoin, and Bitcoin Cash. So I will be sending that out as part of the signals. I can send that out probably every 10 minutes or so. So that's kind of like a heartbeat of what's going on in the overall cryptocurrency space. So that's how you know when the markets are downtrending or uptrending strongly, and you have a quantifiable measurement. That metric that I just gave you, it's usually tight bound, range bound between positive. It's hard to say. Probably up to about roughly positive 1.5 to negative 1.5. So if that metric is in between that time range or that range of negative 1.5 to positive 1.5, I would consider it to be in a range bound, but at the same time you can gauge on where the market's overall trending up or down, even within the 1.5 or negative 1.5. So hopefully that will be the best way to do that. The idea has no risk for you, but you're already protected by the agreement we signed, waiving any liability when we signed up. Yeah, that's through the terms of services as well, just by using the service that you're implying to that you agree with the conditions, terms of service, basically. This is about using big amount of knowledge of when the market is tight. Yes, so that is what you really want to depend on is this little metric right here, because no other asset class from what I see offers that, be it Forex, stock, everything else you're really trading on a particular commodity, be it gold or oil or whatever, from that. All right, so back to the questions. Idea, why don't you tell us the four types of market conditions we can expect? Four is just a guess, but you know what I mean. Yeah, so that metric really covers hopefully this, but he says then list the strategies we can turn on and off. I'm actually looking at as a potential parameter for that, so that the strategy will, one of the four strategies will trade when that metric, the weighted moving average, is at a certain point, and it'll turn itself on once it hits that weighted moving average. And also on the downside as well, if you wanted to trade in the Ethereum market. But again, I have to further test that. But from what I've seen, the Ethereum market, that particular strategy can do well. I won't say will, but can do well when the markets are down. It's more like a defensive strategy. So I could have the client bot trade when that metric is either below a certain weighted moving average metric or above it. So I can set that as a parameter. So it's not a big deal. Make sure you don't give away too many secrets that allow some sleazebag to go out and exactly copy what you're doing. You gave them everything from A to Z. That's hard to do because unless they can figure out my signaling on how I process the signals, they're only going to get half the battle. I'm already looking at ways to protect the bot as well, the client bot that gets downloaded. That's all I have for now. Please remember, I'm not at all trading and using bot stage, is I'm taking my time and study work from home job because of COVID. Like your video, it looks good. No problem. Hopefully I'll help you out. If you got any other questions, let me know. Same to anybody else. Talk to you later.